Welcome students. In this lecture session, we will discuss the introduction of Indian financial system, then the features of Indian financial system, functions and various challenges that are faced by the Indian financial system. We will also discuss the major components of Indian financial system. A financial system is a network of financial institutions, financial markets, financial instruments, and financial services that facilitate the transfer of money. So, it is a set of various institutions such as banks, insurance companies, and stock exchanges that permit the exchange of funds. It also includes the set of rules and practices that govern the borrowers and lenders of a financial system. We can say that financial system of a country is an important tool for economic development of the country, as it helps in creating the wealth by forming a link between the savings and the investments, as it facilitates the flow of funds from the savers, that is from the households, the people who want to save, towards the investors, that is the various business firms that aid in wealth creation and help in development of the economy. We can, in the end, we can say that principal means by which savings are transformed into investments is known as the financial system. A financial system is a network of financial institutions, financial markets, financial instruments, and financial services that facilitate the transfer of money. So, it is a set of various institutions such as banks, insurance companies, and stock exchanges that permit the exchange of funds. It also includes the set of rules and practices that govern the borrowers and lenders of a financial system. We can say that financial system of a country is an important tool for economic development of the country, as it helps in creating the wealth by forming a link between the savings and the investments, as it facilitates the flow of funds from the savers, that is from the households, the people who want to save, towards the investors, that is the various business firms that aid in wealth creation and help in development of the economy. We can, in the end, we can say that principal means by which savings are transformed into investments is known as the financial system. Features of Indian financial system. So these are four main features or the characteristics of Indian financial system. First is it helps in the growth of economy. So financial system helps the economy to grow. It improves the lifestyle, the standard of living of the host country. Then it brings investments. When the financial institutions are governed properly, the investment in the country also improves, because the trust of the investors also improve of investing in that country. Then is it encourages the saving. When the people start earning, they start saving, and the investment also begins. So we can say that if the financial system is proper, the people are more encouraged to save and invest. Then is it assists in allocation of funds. When the savings and the investments occur in the economy, the proper opportunities are allocated to the people by the banks and the other financial institutions to help them in investments and savings. So we can say that the financial system forms a link between the investor and the saver. So these are some of the important features of Indian financial system. As we know, for a strong economic growth, the financial system of a country should also be strong enough. So these are some of the important objectives or functions of a financial system. First one, a liquidity function. This is the most important function, as it provides money and monetary assets which are used for production of goods and services. As you know that monetary assets are those assets that can easily converted into cash without any loss of value. Second comes the saving function. So this is also important function as it mobilize the savings and channelize them into productive activities. The financial system also enables the savings to be transformed into investments. Then is the payment function. The financial system offers a very easy and convenient mode of payment for goods and services. The check system, credit card, debit card system are one of the easiest methods of payments, which takes very less times as compared to other methods. Nowadays online payments like Paytm, Google Pay, then is internet banking are also used. Next is the risk function. The financial markets provide protection against life, health, income risks and other types of assets. Then is the transfer function. The financial system provides mechanism for transfer of resources across various countries, or we can say across various states or geographical boundaries without any hindrances. Then is reformatory functions of financial systems, undertaking the functions of developing, introducing or innovating financial assets, instruments, services and practices, and restructuring the existing assets and services to cater the emerging needs of borrowers and investors. So new reforms are implemented to make the payment or the financial systems easier. Then is facilitate payment. The financial system facilitates the payments through banks and other financial institutions. Anything we buy or sale requires a transaction of money. So this is done through a financial system. Then, as we have discussed earlier, that it forms a link between a saver and an investor. So the investment or the money from the households is taken and it is forwarded to the investors, which help in creating the wealth out of that money. Then is help in capital formation. For capital formation, there should be a good financial system that provides finance timely, with less documentation and with the appropriate required amount. Then is to ensure safety on investment. The financial system has different institutions for proper supervision of financial markets that control the market, so the safety of the investment can be done. It is the duty of the financial institution to maintain secrecy and security and during various transactions or payments. Then finally, it helps in the growth of the economy. Proper mobilization of funds, proper control in the financial markets helps the business to grow and motivate investors to invest, and this directly influence the economic growth of an country. So these are some of the important functions or the objectives of a good financial system. The financial system of any economy provides the way to collect money from the people who have it and to distribute to those who can use it in a best way. So the efficient allocation of economic resources can be achieved by a good financial system. So these are some of the components of a good financial system which are very important for its growth. First one is financial institutions. The financial institutions act as a mediator between the investors and the borrowers. The investors' savings are mobilized either directly or indirectly via this financial markets. So the main functions of financial institutions are a short-term liability can be converted into a long-term investment, or it also helps in converting the risky investment into a risk-free investment. The best example of a financial institution can be of a bank, where the people with the surplus funds or money make their savings, and the people who need that money can take loan from the bank. So here the bank acts as a intermediate or a mediator between the two. Second comes the financial markets. So the marketplace where the buyers and the sellers interact with each other and participate in trading of money, bonds, shares or any other assets is known as financial markets. So these are the four major components of financial markets. That is the money market, which is the short term; capital market, which is the long term investment; foreign exchange market, where the international currencies are traded; then is the credit market. So it is a place where the banks or the financial institutions provide a short term or a medium or a long term loans to the corporate or individuals. We will discuss the money market and capital markets in next few videos. Then the third is financial instruments. So this is also an important function of financial system. The products which are traded in the financial market are financial assets, securities, and other types of financial instruments. There are a wide range of securities in the markets as the needs of as per the needs of the investors and credit seekers. Equity shares, debenture, bonds are some of the financial instruments. Then is the financial services. So it consists of services which are provided by the either by the asset management or liability management companies. So they assist or we can say they help to get the required funds and also make that these funds are efficiently invested by the various companies. So they assist to determine the financing combination and extend their professional services. So the leasing companies, mutual fund houses, then is the merchant bankers, portfolio managers are various types of financial services. So these are the four main components of the financial system. Even though the Indian financial sector has developed a lot, but it still suffers from various kinds of problems. So these are some of the major problems that are faced by the Indian financial system. First one is lack of coordination. As we know that there are large number of financial intermediaries in the Indian financial system. So there is a lack of coordination in the working of these institutions. Then is the dominance of development banks. The industrial financing in India is mostly through the financial institutions that are set up by the government. So they fail to mobilize the savings of publics, and this stands in the growth of an efficient financial system of a country. Then is the inactive and uncertain capital market. In India, the corporate customers are able to raise finance through various development banks. So they do not go to the capital market. And moreover, the investors also prefer investments in physical assets as compared to investments in the financial assets. So the investors prefer investing in gold or in buying some property or investing in real estates. Then is the unhealthy financial practices. The dominance of development banks have developed unhealthy financial practices among the corporate customers. The development banks provide most of the funds in the form of term loans. So we can say that there is a predominance of debt in the financial structure of the corporate enterprise. Then is monopolistic market structures. In India, some financial institutions are so large that they create a monopolistic market structure in the financial system. For example, the entire life insurance business is in the hands of LIC. Then apart from this, the banks and the financial institutions have high level of NPAs, that is non-performing assets. Then the government is burdened with the high level of domestic debt. Various banks and financial institutions or corporate or even the corporate banks suffer due to occurrence of various scams which reduce the investors' confidence in the public sector undertakings. So these are some of the problems or challenges which are faced by the Indian financial system. So these are some of the important questions which are related to this lecture, that is Introduction to Indian Financial System. Thank you.